Hello and welcome. My name is Alan. It is single degree digits outside. And yeah, we just had the inauguration of Trump. But apparently, shortly before his inauguration celebration in front of the crowds were supposed to take place, he decided to move it all indoors. So there are people who showed up for this. They had traveled by plane to make it. People from several states away across the U.S., and then they're left out because Trump decides, we'll not do it in the cold. Even though these people knew, hey, I should dress warm. Trump is such a fraud. He's pathetic. Yet, today was also Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Someone we can look up to. Someone who spoke truth to power. That there should be social justice. There should be civil justice. There should be economic justice. Not just that everybody should be treated correctly as humans, but no one should suffer in poverty or in homelessness while the rich thrive in luxury. And I look at Trump and I'm like, we haven't learned at all what Dr. King preached. Apparently, it's just went in one ear and out the other. Like a bunch of seals just clapping, or. There's a lesson to be learned, but I don't think people understood that. They're more just, he was a good person. Yes, he was a good person, but that's because he was trying to teach you a lesson on being better people, being better civilization. And yet, here we are, 60 plus years later. yet greed is practiced even more. The hoarding of wealth and resources are practiced even more. People struggle even worse. You know, it also brings to mind something else that has been kind of eating at me as I've thought of it today. Dr. King said the greatest obstacle to achieving civil rights, social justice, wasn't the racists. You knew who they were. They told you who they were. It was the white moderate. The person you hoped would be your ally. But instead, they served more as roadblocks. Well, we want you to have social justice. We want you to have civil rights. We want you to have equality. But can't you be a little more deliberate? A little pace yourself. And so that brings me back around to Trump being elected today. At his inauguration, there was Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, three of the richest people in the world. And he's in power because people are like, we need help, we need this, we need that. And because they were told and fed all these lies by far right propaganda, all these culture war lies. They want to do this to your kids. They want to do that. They're doing this and that. I have family members that I expected better of. But they went along repeating these same lies. They were eating cats and dogs. And when I come down, I find out, oh, it's because they are watching the propaganda networks, Fox News, Newsmax. I try to provide them information to show otherwise, and they're like, well, that's not really. And so, while they are people I love, I respect, these kind of people who are so brainwashed by the propaganda, who try to say, well, let's see both sides. No. They're the moderates. They are these dangerous moderates, as King warned us about, because they allow the evil of people like Republicans and Trump to foment. And to be honest, they don't even see how they're committing it, but they are. Because they're so blinded. And so, yeah, there's a lot of people blinded by the propaganda. Or people who are like, well, the left is evil too. The left just wants you to have better jobs, unions, people a guaranteed home, guaranteed health care. Who are you talking about, the left? Well, you know, the Democrats and Kamala Harris. That's not the left. That's the Democrat Party. They're center corporatists. You clearly don't understand anything you're talking about. And yet, you continue to speak out as if you do. I'm just so done with these moderates. They are the biggest obstacle to a better future. We know the evil of Republicans. This isn't a, well, you know, both sides are... No. It's why I have railed against people like Joe Manchin and Kristen Sinema. And now I see John Fetterman in the same light. Because he's went on that same trip. Thinking, oh, I'm just a great centrist. I'm not part of the evil left. The left ain't evil. They want you to have free or at least affordable health care for everybody. Health care that don't put you in debt. They want everybody to have shelter, to have a home. People should not be struggling in poverty while they are wealthy, 3 of which, as we discussed earlier, was at Trump's inauguration. Musk, Bezos, and Zuckerberg. Honestly, I see moderation as the great stumbling block because they don't allow any of the true light of possible greatness that we could have as a nation to shine through. Because honestly, they perceive Democrats as the left. They're not. They're a center corporatist party. And on the other side is the right-wing lunatic Republican Party. That's what we have in America. So you're just gonna have to come out. There's no more trying to be happy-go-lucky with these people. I'm not saying be violent, but don't sit there and it's time to stop trying to be Mr. Happy Gentle. Because they need to be aware there is a difference. And it's not a two sides thing like they always want to believe. And again, they're propagandized. Because most of them will watch just Fox News or Newsmax. Or whatever other right-wing garbage there is. Right Side Broadcasting Network. One American News. Daily Wire. Breitbart. The Blaze. Whatever it may be. And I'm not saying they should watch ABC, CBS, NBC, CNN, MSNBC. No. That's corporate centrist propaganda. I'd want a true source. Honestly, multiple sources, if we can look at it. So we can bring this information. Because, honestly, you need to either move beyond them or put the proof right on their eyeballs. Because the brainwashed do not accept facts any other way. But yeah, with all this said, I hope you all have a great Martin Luther King Day. Anyway, we'll go ahead and end this episode here. As always, educate thyself, think, read, study, learn. Someone tells you something you have trouble believing, ask them to cite their sources. I have no links, but I guess I need to pull some up because there's always going to be those jackasses out there who require such information. Because they try to be smart Alex. I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, later.